Have you ever had to play along, pretending you didn't see what was really going on around you? Sometimes silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. They think you were naive, that you didn't know any better. But in reality, you knew exactly what was happening. You just chose not to speak on it, not yet. It wasn't that you were playing dumb from the beginning. No, you were simply observing. You were listening, watching, learning. It was only after their actions revealed their true intentions that you decided to pull back and guard yourself. You realized who you were dealing with, and that changed everything. These people were not rooting for you. They were strategically withholding information, keeping you in the dark, rationing opportunities while pretending to be supportive. They gave you crumbs, hoping it would keep you satisfied. But you saw through it. You thought, okay, if that's how it is, I'll match your energy. They gave you the bare minimum, so you stopped showing your full self. You didn't do it out of malice. You weren't lying or being deceptive. You were protecting your energy, preserving your peace. They now feel like you tricked them, like you played some kind of game, but what they don't realize is they started the game. You just learned how to play it better, and that's what really upsets them. You learned the rules, adapted, and outmaneuvered their intentions. In today's world, being open and generous can make you a target. Every time you shared too much, people saw it as an opportunity to take advantage. Every time you revealed your light, someone tried to dim it. So now you move differently. You stopped oversharing. You started letting people think whatever they wanted to think. You stopped trying to prove your worth to those who were committed to misunderstanding you. That's not being fake. That's being wise. Some people can't handle your intelligence. The moment they sense that you're sharp, insightful, or gifted, they start acting strange. Jealousy creeps in, insecurity whispers in their ears, and suddenly the energy shifts. You're not playing small anymore, but you're also not flashing your power around either. You walk with quiet confidence. You let your actions do the talking. You're not trying to convince anyone anymore. You realize that helping people who are secretly competing with you is a losing battle. If they truly wanted to rise with you, they wouldn't be hiding tools that could help you grow. They would be building with you, not building walls around you. These individuals didn't want to see you outgrow them. They wanted to keep you stagnant, dependent, and unaware. So they fed you only what they thought you needed to survive, never to thrive. So yes, you had to act like you didn't know. You had to pretend not to see the shade, the manipulation, the deceit. But behind that quiet exterior was a mind 10 steps ahead. And the moment came when they looked up, shocked, because the person they underestimated turned out to be powerful, strategic, focused. Suddenly, you weren't the underdog anymore. You were out of reach. They're stunned, confused, asking, how did they get this far? But the truth is, it was never about showing off. It was about surviving and positioning yourself to rise. Even when the odds were stacked against you, you mastered the art of silence. You became skilled at being underestimated, and that became your superpower. You let them think they had the upper hand while you were building quietly behind the scenes. Now everything they thought you lacked is showing up in abundance. Wisdom, strategy, creativity, success. And they don't know how to process it because they were too busy trying to suppress you. You're no longer upset about the people who didn't believe in you. In fact, you thank them because their resistance forced you to dig deeper, focus harder, and elevate higher. You've learned to move in silence, to let your growth be your answer, to let your progress be the loudest response to the whispers behind your back. Only you and the divine know what you've been through, how hard you've worked, and how deeply you've grown. That's what matters. Let people believe what they want. Truth always finds its way to the surface. Keep walking in quiet power. Keep rising with grace. You don't need to explain your glow-up. Just keep shining. They'll figure it out, eventually. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, thank you for the quiet strength you planted within me. In the moments when I felt unseen and unheard, you whispered truth to my spirit. You reminded me that I don't need a crowd to validate my worth, because you saw me clearly in the silence. You reminded me that being overlooked by people doesn't mean I'm forgotten by you. Your presence gave me courage when the world gave me rejection. Lord, I'm grateful for the times when isolation became my teacher, when the noise faded and I had no one to lean on but you. You were enough. I now understand that solitude wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You were refining my character, strengthening my roots, and shaping me into someone who could carry greater purpose. I didn't see it then, but I see it now. You were never absent. You were always near. God, help me remain grounded when people try to silence my voice or minimize my light. Teach me how to stand in truth without the need to shout for attention. Let me draw confidence not from the opinions of others, but from the knowing that you are the source of my identity. Even when the world is loud, help me find peace in your stillness. Lord, place a shield of peace around me when others aim to disrupt my path. When envy or manipulation try to sneak into my space, let their intentions be revealed without disturbing my spirit. Build a fortress of protection that keeps my heart calm, even in the face of attack. Let me be covered not by fear, but by your divine assurance. God, protect my heart from the slow poison of bitterness. When I'm tempted to repay negativity with negativity, remind me that vengeance has no place in the light I carry. Let my steps be led by clarity, not resentment. I don't want to mirror the pain inflicted on me. I want to rise above it with grace and dignity. Lord, grant me deeper discernment. Give me eyes to see beyond surface words and ears to hear what is unspoken. Help me recognize when it's time to speak boldly and when silence is more powerful. Teach me to give without depleting myself and to hold back when it's wise. Let my choices be led by divine wisdom, not impulsive emotion. God, I ask for clear vision in my relationships. Allow me to see who truly supports my growth and who only stays close to limit me. If someone is in my life to hinder my progress, help me release them without anger. Let me detach from false connections and embrace the people you've aligned with my destiny. Lord, release me from the need to be understood by everyone. Not every soul will comprehend my journey, and that's okay. Help me choose peace over performance, purpose over popularity. Let my energy, intentions, and integrity speak louder than any explanation I could give. Let my actions reflect your hand at work in my life. God, thank you for transforming every attempt to harm me into a lesson that lifted me. What others used as weapons, you turned into tools. What was meant to break me became the very thing that strengthened my spirit. You turned ashes into beauty and chaos into clarity. My scars now speak of survival, not defeat. Lord, I move forward under your covering. I walk in the protection of your wisdom and the light of your guidance. Every step I take, let it be ordered by your power. Let the work of my hands carry your excellence. Let me shine, not to be praised, but to be a reflection of the divine light you placed within me. Quietly, boldly, beautifully. Amen.